Hello everybody, my name is Sanad and welcome to another episode. In today's video, we'll be installing the door panels on the Tesla Model 3. As you can see, this one is put back together. It is extremely dirty, but all the parts were there and now it works perfectly. The window is doing good, like the buttons work, everything fitted in just like it was supposed to. I also installed a side mirror, and in today's video, I'll be showing you how to install the door panel, the window glass, and all of that stuff on the driver's side door. All right, so now we are on the driver's side, and as you can see, everything is pretty much already apart. This is how it came from the auction, but all the parts are here, and we will be putting it together. As you can see, the entire harness is disconnected from the door panel. Everything is loose. There's no glass. The handle is not even in place. So the first thing that we have to do is start off with the handle. Once we have the handle in, then we will be able to add the glass. If you add the glass first, you won't be able to add the handle. So you have to start all over. All right, so to add the handle is very, very simple. Let me take it out real quick. As you can see, there is a plug connected to the handle. I already connected this. It was a pain in the you-know-what, simply because there's literally no room. Once you put your hand through here, it is very difficult to like disconnect it and connect it and also have the door handle in place. So once you connect that, the door handle should pretty much fall in place. Also, if you see these notches right here, the door handle will slide on top of those notches. All right, let me see if I can do this with one hand. Also, if you see, there's bolts hanging through, so you have to put the door handle on those bolts and then also on these brackets right here. As you can see, we almost had it. All right, as you can see now, it is on the bolts and it is inside perfectly. So now the door handle is in, and we'll be able to use these two bolts right here to pretty much put them in this area right here where that one bolt was coming out, and another one in here. All right, as you can see, the first bolt is in there and it is tight. The second one, you'll be able to access it even easier from the bottom, as you can see right there. So it is a number, let me see, number 10. And then we're simply going to screw it on here, and then we're going to tighten it. All right, so now the handle is fully in and functional. Check it out. Let's see right there on the screen, it turns on and everything is working. That is good. Now the next part is to add the glass. Once we add the glass, we will be able to put this cover on and then put everything in place. But in order to secure the glass, we have to have this cover off. It makes it way, way easier. So now I will get the glass and we are going to put it. Also, the glass will go on this bracket right here and on this bracket right here. All right, so here's the glass. As you can see, it does have like a weird shape to it. And here are these things. This is where the bolts will go through in order to secure the glass. So the thin part goes up front, the wider part goes in the back. Let me put it in real quick. All right, so now the glass inside. One thing that I do want to mention, make sure you put it inside of this rubber piece. That way everything will align perfectly. And you want to have your window rolled up all the way. That way you will have access to both of the places where you will secure the glass, like the brackets on the inside. All right, so now that the window is in place, if you look through this hole right here, you'll be able to see the window. And you can adjust it however you want in order to make a perfect fit. And as you can see in the hole, there is a little bit of blue. That's because of this bolts. They have the little stuff around them, which pretty much makes it a tight seal. Also, these are size 13. One will go right there in order to secure the window. The other one will go in this hole right here to secure the window. I'll put those in and we'll continue from there. All right, now the window is fully secured. Both of the bolts are bolted on. And if we try to close the door, you can see it aligns pretty good. We won't know exactly until we put the window down and put everything back together to see if it aligns perfectly. But once you know how to pretty much take it in and out, you will know. Also, there are adjusters inside right here. You see this adjuster right here and another adjuster here. They control the brackets for the window. So if, for example, if your window is tilting out right here and going over, you will adjust this adjuster. So the further in you push this adjuster, like in towards the door, your window will tilt inward on the top right here. In the door, this one will push inward into the trim molding. So you can tinker around with it however you want in order to make your window fit. But bolt right there, one over there, and two adjusters on the bottom, and you should pretty much have everything down from here. All right, so now that the mirror is fully secured, the next step is to add this cover. Check it out right here. This one is pretty much self-explanatory. We're gonna align the speaker hole with the speaker hole right here, and we're gonna take the entire harness for the door and we're gonna put it through here. Obviously, I can't do this with one hand, so once I have it in, I'll continue the video. All right, so now the plastic is in. As you can see, it's pretty much holding on by itself. On this side, there is a clip right here that you have to like push into the door for it to clip in. As you can see, this side is pretty strong. On this side, there's no clip, so I put in a bolt. Also, now it is time to install the speaker. As you can see, just a basic speaker right here. It has a plug on this end, and that is this green plug right here. So we're simply going to plug it in. Also, when we adjust it, if you take a look at the speaker, there's two prongs right here sticking out. Those will need to be aligned on the door right here so you can have a perfect fit. I will plug in this dirty speaker and we are going to screw it in. Also, the rest of the door harness just comes out and this motor stays like this. Obviously, once everything is bolted on, it will be more secured. This door unlock pretty much just hangs loose. That will be connected to the door later on. Now I will connect the speaker, and then after that, I will pretty much use these small bolts right here. There's a ton of them. They're size 8, and we're pretty much going to secure this plastic piece to the door. Also, I do have the side mirror that goes there right here. Check it out. The blue plug will need to be plugged in right here. So you want to make sure not to forget that. You don't want to put the whole door back together and then forget the plug. All right, so now we have secured this plastic piece. As you can see, all the bolts are in. Now we're going to take the harness and we're going to make some space. As you can see, the harness does come with these plugs. So we're simply going to plug everything up. That way it's a little bit more organized and we'll be able to see where everything goes. Check it out. This thing is pretty sweet in my opinion. All right, this one, there's not going to be any of them on this side simply because it plugs into this door panel. This one is for the rear window. I'm gonna plug that one as well. Check it out. Now it is way more organized. All right, so the next thing that I want to do is put the side mirror on. I forgot to put it on that door the first time, so I had to literally take everything apart to do it. So now I don't want to make the same mistake. So I will install this side mirror. It is pretty simple. All we got to do is put this blue wire through the hole and pretty much put it into place. And there's two bolts that hold it, and that's about it. All right, so now the mirror is in place. We did screw it in with these 10mm bolts, and now we're simply going to plug it in right here. Also, they got another clip right here. And now that's ready to go. Also, now is the perfect time to install this little plastic cover piece that goes right here. Also, you got these little slots, so you have to align everything with the holes right here. But that is no problem at all. All right, so now the plastic cover is on. One tip that I can give you, you probably have to loosen up both of these bolts if you want it to fit perfect. That is what I had to do. I tried multiple times, but once I loosened them, it fitted perfectly. Also, now it is plugged in. And the next step is to add the window trim. As you can see right here, there's no trim at all. So we are going to take these two and we are going to pretty much put them on. All right, so this process is pretty much very simple. All you got to do is figure out which side goes to which angle. As you can see, this one is a little bit shaped like this, so it fits perfectly into the side mirror. So, and this one is angled, which fits perfectly in the door. So all you got to do is pretty much take this, stick it on here, push it in, align it, and this side should be done. All right, so now I put on the outside trim. As you can see, it lines up perfectly. And as you can see on the tip, it is super smooth right here. You don't want it sticking out. If it's sticking out, you won't be able to close the door, and then you're gonna have a gap at the very end. All right, now we are going to put the inside trim. which is pretty much very simple as well. We're just going to align it. This chunky piece goes on this end, this one goes over there, and we're gonna pretty much put it on the same way we did the other one. All right, so now the inside trim is in as well. This one does go a little bit behind this, like the piece that goes inside. Also right here, you're gonna need this clip right here and another one right here that will simply plug in. Check it out, that will hold this one in place. Now that the trim is inside, here comes the fun part, and that is pretty much connecting this entire harness to the door panel, adding that foam, and pretty much trying to fit everything on. All right, now the entire harness is connected to the door panel, so let me do a quick little walkthrough. All right, the main green one goes in here. Simply put it in, twist it, and you put it in place right here. Also, guys, there's literally no room like to extend it, so you literally have to hold everything like the door panel while you are connecting all of it. But everything is color coordinated. The black one plugs into the black, the blue plugs into the blue, white plugs into the white. The other black one, the one that's very short, goes into this light, which pretty much gives power to the door. So that light is very, very important. Also, you are going to have one extra one, like this little black one, that does not connect into anything. So do not waste your time looking for the plug inside the door panel. It will not be there. This plug is for the tiny speaker. Check it out right here. And this one will go in the corner right here once this door panel is put together. So make sure you hold this one out and do not simply leave it in the door hanging down, because then you're gonna have to take the entire door panel off just so you can reach that plug to connect that speaker. Also, when I was putting on this foam, I realized that this plug right here wasn't plugged in. So make sure you don't forget it. It simply goes right above right here, and boom, it is connected as well. And then the next step is to pretty much hang this entire panel onto the door. You want to keep two things in mind. You want to clip the top of this door inward right here. That will give it support. Also, the door pretty much has all of these plugs right here. Check him out right here. And they will need to align with these things right here. As you can see, they are all there. If you are missing one of these white pieces, it is not that important. But make sure if you're missing like all of them, you will definitely need to get those. All right, so we're simply going to lift the door like upward, push it down right here, and then put everything into place. Very, very simple. Also, one other thing, I did have to bring this wire outside. When it was underneath, it pretty much created too much like fluff where I couldn't fit in the door. And this wire right here for the tiny speaker, you can put it through this hole on the top. That way you do not have to try to hold it up while everything is being connected. All right, let me give this one more try and I'll hang the door. All right, now the door is fully secured on. As you can see, the gap on the top is perfect. This wire is sticking out for this speaker, which we will install next. But as you can see it right now, the door is pretty good. It is strong. Like literally there's no way to take it off without using a lot of force. But the job is still not complete. There's still 2 bolts that we need to do for the door. So one of the bolts that we need is the one that goes right here. We're simply going to screw it in and put the red cover on. And there's going to be another place right here underneath the handle where the other bolt goes on. This one does not have a cover, so you're simply going to screw those 2 bolts on. So only 2 bolts are holding on this entire door, also with all the clips and stuff, which is definitely impressive. Now the next step is to pretty much install this. Now the next step is to install the corner speaker, and we should be ready to go. This one's very simple. Simply plug it in right here, push it down, and it will be done. All right, so now we have installed the speaker right there. As you can see, it fits perfectly. We have put the bolt that goes right there and the other one that goes right here. And then for the final piece, we are going to add this little reflector that goes right here, and boom. The door is finally complete. As you can see, works perfectly all the way down. and now all the way up. For the final test, we're gonna close the door. Boom. Aligned pretty good. As you can see, it is inside right here. Let's see. Also, the car is missing the trim, so even if the window is closed, it will look kind of funny. But so far, so good. All right, everybody. So that is how you pretty much take apart this entire door and put it back together. If you want to take it apart, just repeat everything I did backwards in this video. Also, if you have any other questions, drop them in the comment section below. The Tesla is definitely getting there. Now all the door panels are on and pretty much everything in the interior is set up. We still have a lot of parts that we have to put on, but so far, so good. All right, everybody, that concludes this video. If you found it helpful, I would appreciate it if you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and see the next video of rebuilding this totaled Tesla. Peace out.